So, hello fellow coin collectors, and this is Glenn, back with another penny video. And in today's video, well, we're going to have a look at, well, you guessed it, 1942 pennies. And these were issued in two varieties. So we have the first variety here is the Indian penny, because it was actually minted in Calcutta in India. And the second one was minted in Perth. It has a dot below behind the penny, and this one has two dots, one before and one behind the penny. Now there might be die fields in which you actually don't see any dots, and that's why I've got these four coins here. You can see that if we have a look close up, okay, I put these two pennies together, you can see that this one on the top is actually quite smaller than this penny dot here. So I would say that if you get a penny without the dot, it's probably just die fill, or maybe the dot's just been worn too much, and it's still a Perth penny. So as you can see with the Perth coins, these ones are actually, even though it's a bit circulated, actually a bit, the actual kangaroo is not fully formed. So it's actually quite thin. And where's the 41? This actually started in 1941. So here's a 41, this is a K.G. As you can see, the penny, it just looks really weird. The rim is pretty flat, and also it looks like that the penny might be a bit smaller than the actual coin itself. This one's not too circulated, it's probably VF condition. So for a VF condition, you'd expect that the actual rim itself wouldn't be as worn. But 1941, they just had a lot of problems that year with the actual penny at the Perth Mint. There are other mints for the 1941, in which we have the Melbourne. So, and in 1942 they actually did try and fix it up, but as you can see, you got weakness up here with the lettering, and also you have weakness up here. Let's have a look at another coin. So here, see, this is better formed. It's still the kangaroo, especially the back is a bit weak, and the head as well, and details. And if we look, yeah, the effigy seems to be fine, and also the actual rim is a lot better. So what are the differences between the Indian and the actual Perth Mint? So the first thing you'll notice is that the denticles. So the denticles are these bumps on the sides. On the Indian coin is actually a lot longer. They're generally twice as long as the Perth Mint. Also, another difference is that the dots before and after penny only occur after the penny on the Perth Mint, but occur both before and after on the Indian. And also the dot on the Perth is a lot smaller than the Indian coin. Then we get to the kangaroo. The kangaroo just really looks different. So the back of this one is more rounded. This one is more oval. The muscles on the kangaroo are actually a lot more musculature. So there's a lot more muscle toning that you can see on the kangaroo. The head's definitely different. This one looks more stocky, robust. So robust means thick and muscly. This one looks more gracile. Gracile means less muscle. So, and that's why they say modern kangaroos are more gracile, and Sphenerus and Procoptodon, which are older extinct kangaroos, are more robust because they have a lot more muscle, and their bone structure is actually a lot thicker as well. And also the end of the tail is a bit thicker on the Indian than it is on the Perth. KG is thicker, so KG is thinner on the Perth. Indian is thicker. Also, Australia is thicker on the Indian than it is on the actual Perth coin. And also, the dating is different. This is actually thinner, and on the Perth, and on the Indian, it's actually thicker, as well as the star. So everything is just different about this coin. So we'll look at the obverse, and we'll see the differences. Now, there probably is differences in the actual number of denticles. And the number of rim denticles is 156 for these ones from 1938 to 48. And these Indian coins were 145. So you can see the spacing is actually thicker. And this one is thinner. Denticles are smaller and these ones are longer. And also we have the eye mint mark down here. Now some Indian coins don't actually have this. They are actually the more valuable coins. And the reason why is that it was presumed that these coin dies were actually made in Melbourne. So both of these are actually made in Melbourne, and they were shipped to India and Perth. But there are differences, so we're not too sure why they actually made these differences. Maybe when they actually went to India, they found out that the way the dies were actually designed were not suitable for the equipment that was used to make coins in India, and so they actually redone their own dies, which is pretty plausible because they did actually make their own coins for British India as well as the Indian princely states, so that could be another reason. And you can see that the effigy is pretty much the same. It has the same thickness and detail, and also the inscriptions also the same. So what would you be actually paying for one of these coins? So these are probably in fine VF condition, to VF I mean. So here I am on all coin values, so that is that website, and here we have the 42i. Let's have a look. And as you can see, is that 42? No. Sorry, I clicked on the 44. So for 42i, the Indian, we have 9 million coins, so the 97% copper, 2% zinc, 0.5% tin. And if you look at the actual values, so generally I would start at a base at $1. And for very fine, I'll probably go, half that price you'll be buying a coin for, so about $2.50, something like that. For these prices, I would say about a third to a quarter of the actual values. So for an EF, you're probably looking about $10, $8 to $10, almost uncirculated. 15 to 20, uncirculated, probably talking about 25 to 30, I would say, for those values. But you can actually look on eBay. And for the Y, you can see there's 12.244 million, so a little bit higher. And the values are actually also those. So VF probably looking at about $5, $4 to $5. And the same those, so a third to a quarter of the actual values of these. That's just the current market. We're in a recession, so this is definitely what you'll be paying. These prices are pretty unrealistic even in good times, because the market is just open up. It's just pretty much not only the coin sellers at the coin shops are actually selling coins now, but everyone else is actually getting into the market. So that actually brings the price down because there's a lot more product.